If you're ready to lock in for the rest of 2025 without waiting for next year, this video is for you. So recently, I made a video about why you should lock in without waiting for next year, and I understood that. I just said why you should lock in. I didn't really say how. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can actually lock in. Now, the question is, how do you lock in without burning out or without giving up before November? First of all, let's get clear on what lock-in actually means, because I usually see people referring to lock-in as start doing things like a robot, follow this plan, follow this, like you're not a human being. But no, that's not what locking in means. Locking in means committing to focused, consistent actions that actually matters. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things consistently without distractions or excuses. It's choosing your priorities and protecting them like your life actually depends on it, because if you think about it, your life actually does depend on it. With that in mind, let's break down how to do this. Step 1, pick your non-negotiables, things that you cannot even try to compromise on. Because where most people get it wrong is that when they choose to lock in, they choose to lock in on 10 things, and it doesn't work like that. You would burn out and you would get tired and give up and go back to your old habits. So rule number 1, pick just 1 to 2 areas of your life, not 10, not 5. You don't want to do a little bit of everything. You want to focus your energy on 1 to 2 areas that if you made progress on them in the next 8 weeks, your life will genuinely change. It might be your career, your business, your relationship, fitness, your health, or whatever it is. But the point is focusing on 1 thing or 2. Here's how you know if something should be a priority. Ask yourself, if this was the only thing I improved on for the next 8 weeks, would I be satisfied? And if your answer to that question is yes, then there you have it. You have your core priority. You have what you should be locking in for the next 8 weeks. But if your answer is, well, I need to know, you're spreading yourself too thin. That is not where you should be focusing your energy on. For me, when I lock in, I pick one professional and personal goal, because I know that when I try to do everything, I do nothing. So right now, pause this video, write down your 1 to 2 non-negotiables. Don't put them in your head, just write them down. That's like your first step to the commitment of locking in. Step 2, shrink the goals into winnable targets. Now you've got your priorities, we need to make them actually reasonable and realistic so you don't give up before December. Because here's the problem with most goals, they are usually too huge or too vague. Get in shape, okay, yes, but what does that mean? Grow my business, cool, but like how? Focus on my self-development, yes, that's a very beautiful idea, but how do you do this? Make more money, how? You see, big goals are really inspiring, but they are terrible for daily actions. So we're going to shrink them down. This is what you should do. Take your priority, break them into 10 weeks actionable plans that are both ambitious but still achievable. Then break that into weekly targets, then daily targets. For instance, let's say your priority is fitness, getting in shape. Now, the 10 weeks plan would be maybe you're trying to lose some weight, lose 8 to 10 pounds, workouts 4 times a week. Then the weekly targets would be 4 workouts, hit protein goals 6 times a week, and then the daily targets can be 30 minutes workouts every day, or for the number of times you choose to work out in a week. See how that is actually winnable? Not I'll try my best, or okay, I'll try and work out for this week consistently in your head, without actually stating it, making it actionable. With this, you know what success to you looks like in that area of your life, and so you have this in mind. You know what your daily goals should be, and you follow it. Step 3 is the best advice I think you can take away from this video. It is making it enjoyable. Your lock-in plan should include things you actually enjoy. If not, you will sabotage it. You would stop halfway, you won't continue. If you hate waking up early, don't force a 5 a.m. routine. If you hate going to the gym, then don't go to the gym. My enemies are against me, oh Jesus. If you hate going to the gym, then don't go to the gym. But if you really want to, work out, you can do home workouts. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. I mean, discipline matters, but so does not making your life miserable. Because you can't do something you don't enjoy and expect to keep up with it. So ask yourself, how can I make this more enjoyable? Maybe you want to work out. You can make it enjoyable by working out while watching your favorite show or favorite, movie. For learning that skill, maybe you should encourage yourself daily by giving yourself treats anytime you show up or any day you show up for learning that skill or maybe a course. For studying, you can actually study while listening to music. And if you're someone that you don't like listening to music while studying, maybe it distracts you, you can look for other ways. While I was in school, there's this method I used to use. I would literally put treats or little affirmation notes and slip them in my textbooks and notebooks so that while I'm flipping through and I get to a particular page, I'll see something that would motivate me and make me feel good about myself. Sometimes I make my peers do it. They slip these notes inside my textbooks, and I don't know when I'm going to see these notes, and it keeps me going. It keeps me motivated to read my book. So just look for something. I can actually make a whole video on how to make studying enjoyable because there are some little tricks that I used to use back then when I was in school, and I would love to share that. So if you'd want that, you can, maybe let me know in the comment sections. So back to the topic on ground. The point is making it enjoyable. You don't have to, you know, burn out while doing something you need to do to push you forward. If you're learning a course, anytime accomplish a particular part of it, you can give yourself a treat. The point is finding a version of your goal that doesn't seem like a punishment, because the point it seems like a punishment. Trust me, you're going to drop it. You're not going to feel motivated to continue. You are more likely to stick to something that makes you feel good than something that makes you miserable. I mean, we're all humans. Step 4, track small wins. Most people celebrate when they hit the big goal, but that's like months away. That would take a little bit of time. You need dopamine hits along the way, or your brain would give up. Every single day you do something, you mark it, track your consistency visually, because seeing a streak of check marks does something in your brain. It makes you not want to break the chain. When your mind knows that you have crossed off something of the, to-do list or the target list in this case, you want to continue crossing it off. And there's this fulfillment that comes with crossing it off. When I have a list of things to do in a day and I accomplish them, and towards the end of the day, I cross them off, I just have this fulfillment. I feel proud of myself. Plus, when you feel like you're not making progress, you can look back on these crossed out targets that shows you proof that you are actually making progress. And that is something that is very powerful. And here's another tip: you have to actually track the effort you put in, not just the outcome. Consistency is the goal, not perfection. You have to celebrate the fact that you even showed up. And that is how you build the identity of someone who doesn't quit. Step 5, overcome doubt and self sabotage. Now, let's talk about what is going to try to stop you, because it's not, circumstances, it's actually you that would try to stop you. Let me explain. Around the fourth or third week of you locking in, you'd start feeling, is this even working? What's the point? I should just give up. Maybe I should try something else. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. That is what is called self-sabotage. And it's normal. Every normal human being feels that at some point in their life. Your brain hates uncertainty and effort. So it would try to talk you out of anything that requires both. Now, expect it. Know that those thoughts are going to come. And when they come, acknowledge it. Say to yourself, yeah, this is hard. And possibly this is the part where most people give up. But you know what? I'm not most people. So I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Have a plan for bad days, because they would come. You would skip a day, you would feel unmotivated. But on those days, just try and do the minimum. Don't aim for perfection, aim for consistency. Aim for not breaking the chain. On days where you feel not so good, on days where you don't feel so good, rather, you can aim for 10 minutes instead of an hour. Because the difference between someone who succeeds and someone who might not is that the person who succeeds, they don't let a bad day become a week. It's not like they never struggle. Step 6, personalize your own plan. Here's the biggest mistake most people make. They copy someone else's routine and wonder why it's not working for them. You're not them. Your life is different. Your energy is different. Your priorities are different. Why copy someone else's routine? Stop trying to live someone else's day and build your own. Maybe you're a night owl, you don't like morning stuff, you're not a morning person. Why are you forcing yourself to wake up early at 5 a.m.? Because you saw someone, you saw some 5 a.m. billionaire grind on TikTok. Why are you doing that to yourself? I mean, if you're not this kind of person, then don't do that kind of stuff. If you're not a morning person, that's fine. Lock in at night. Framework stays the same. Pick priorities, make them specific, track progress, and stay consistent. But how you execute it has to fit your own reality. Ask yourself, what is my reality? What can I actually sustain for the next 8 weeks or 10 weeks? Be honest about that question, and that would help you build a plan for the kind of person you actually are with the kind of time and energy you have. So go back through this video and pick just one thing that you're committing to immediately, not all of them. Whatever it is, do it before you scroll to the next video, because I know most of us will just watch this and feel motivated and scroll to the next one. Truth is, you can watch every motivation video on YouTube, every productivity video on YouTube, but nothing will ever change except you take an action. 8 weeks from now, you'd be regretting why you didn't start now, or you'd be grateful you did. And if you haven't watched my why you should lock in video, you can check it out and it will show you exactly why you should lock in right now without waiting for January 1st. So come on, let's finish 2025 stronger than we started it. Let me know in the comment sections 1 to 2 areas of your life that you'll be locking in with, and I would really love to see them and encourage you, because that is what we are all about, encouraging each other. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.